Now, 4 different engines from 4 different eras have been giving rail enthusiasts a rare rail treat this morning as they made their way along the tracks of the East Coast Main Line in what has been described as a once-in-a-lifetime event. We've seen some pictures during the course of the morning. Our reporter Phil Bodmer has been eagerly awaiting their arrival at York Station, and it looks like you were not the only one eagerly awaiting their arrival. We can see the Flying Scotsman there, Phil.
Yes, indeed, Roger. That is the Flying Scotsman, the world famous Flying Scotsman. Alongside that, look what's just turned up. That's a Deltic. That's another icon of the East Coast Main Line. So it's now 5 different locomotives. We've got Flying Scotsman here. If we come a little further to this platform, we've got an InterCity225 Class 43. There is the InterCity225, the Class 91, and on the far platform there, you can see the Azuma 800 comes into service next year. What a morning it's been for York Station. Look at all the thousands of people who have turned out. And my colleague Tom Ingle was lucky enough to be on board one of the trains.
Well, they're calling this a once-in-a-lifetime event, and it's not hard to see why. This is one of the best seats, I think, in the house to watch this spectacular parade of East Coast Main Line motive power. I'm sat in the cab of the 1970s high-speed train, so successful, still in service today. Next to us, you can see going along, is the Intercity Electric. That's the regular type of motive power that runs between London and York and Edinburgh. And then just on the other side of that, what they hope will be the next generation that's talked about fondly, the Class 800, or as they're calling it in this part of the world, the Azuma, comes into service on this line next year. And on the far side, it does actually look like the Azuma is making all that smoke, but I think most people's camera lenses will be trained at Flying Scotsman, the grand matriarch of this family tree of motive power. First steam locomotive to be officially clocked at 100 miles an hour. We're going a bit slower today, just 25, but the ride, well, it's absolutely threading.
Well, the weather conditions couldn't have been better today. Clear blue skies, and I'm sure you can see from the aerial shots from the Virgin helicopter how significant a moment this has been. Let's talk to one of the people involved in organising all this, David Hall, Managing Director of Virgin Trains East Coast. David, we knew this was going to be popular. Did you ever imagine this many people would turn out?
Absolutely no idea. No, it's so early on a Sunday morning, of course. It's the only time we could do it. We've had to close the East Coast Main Line so that we could do it, but what a reception. The weather's been glorious, and it's been great to see so many people come out to watch it this morning.
And why did you decide to hold this event today? I know it's St George's Day. Is that one of the reasons?
It is, but we've also got the engineering work which enables us to do it today. And this is a unique opportunity. The 2 existing trains, they're going to go out of service in 2 years' time. They're going to be replaced by the Azuma trains. And we thought, well, this is a one-off opportunity to bring together Flying Scotsman, the new Azuma, and our 2 existing trains. Very much once-in-a-lifetime event.
How big a logistical challenge has it been to get it all together? Because as you say, this is not straightforward work, is it?
It's not. We've been working on this for about a year. Lots of organisations involved. Hitachi, who make Azuma, Network Rail, the National Railway Museum, and other companies as well. So it's been a massive logistical challenge to make sure it runs safely and that, you know, we can look after everybody who's come out to see it this morning.
From the Flying Scotsman, which rolled out of Doncaster Works, we're very proud here in Yorkshire that Flying Scotsman is a Yorkshire-built product. You got the new Virgin Azumas, but they are quite a transformation in rail travel. Are they really set to revolutionise the East Coast Main Line?
Yeah, they're packed with technology. They're quicker than our existing trains. That's how we're going to cut the journey times as well on the East Coast Main Line when they come in. Absolutely packed with technology, but of course being built in the northeast. So again, we're going to keep that regional connection that's run all the way from when Flying Scotsman was built at Doncaster.
I know viewers sometimes complain about high rail fares, and they say fares have gone up in recent times, but is that as a result now of this investment that we're finally beginning to see in Britain's railways?
Yeah, plenty of investment coming, which is I think what people want to see. The exciting thing as well, the Azuma is going to give us lots more seats, and that means more cheap fares on this line as well when they come into service. So it is good news for passengers, lots of investment, and it's going to replace the tired trains, which have actually, you know, some of these trains have done 10 million miles in the last 40 years, so they are due for a bit of a rest.
I would imagine today, I mean, it's been a huge success. Is there a chance that you could repeat something like this in the future? Because obviously this is what people seem to want. I mean, thousands have turned out today.
This is a one-off event actually. It's taken a lot of planning. I'm not sure it is ever going to happen again, which is what makes this morning so special. It's been great, of course. The weather's been really kind to us. We've got some fantastic shots of the trains coming through the countryside. I don't think we're going to repeat it.
Okay, David, well, good to talk to you. Thank you very much for allowing us on the platform today. It's been quite a morning, and if you do get the chance to see these aerial pictures in particular, I would urge you to try and watch them, because this has been, as David says, a moment that we're unlikely to see repeated anytime soon. Roger, it's all yours.
Phil, thank you very much indeed. No rail enthusiast there, more enthusiastic than you this morning, I have to say. Phil, that was great, thank you. And we saw some of those pictures that Phil was talking about during the course of his report.